What up? What up? What up? What up? What up, man? Welcome back to another reaction. I'm your boy Changing Narratives. You feel me? And today, man, we talking about the former Michigan football coach Sharon Moore, man. In case if y'all don't know, let me update y'all. So it was breaking news the other day. I'm gonna share the story with you guys, and then we gonna go to the update today. What's going on?
Well, a surprising firing and a shocking arrest at the same time, rocking the world of college sports this morning. The University of Michigan dismissing football coach Sharon Moore on Wednesday, only for him to be arrested and booked in a county jail. This was hours later. News Nation's Ryan Bass tracking this one for us. So, Ryan, quite a whirlwind in the past few hours. What are you learning about Moore's termination and this investigation underway now?
Yeah, this escalated rather quickly last night, Kelly. I mean, Moore was fired by the university and then hours later was detained. Now, the university is saying that he was dismissed after an investigation found that he had an inappropriate relationship with a staff member, which led to his dismissal. In terms of his arrest, we're still getting some details that are trickling in, but in terms of police, they have arrested Moore, and it's unclear if that is connected to his firing. The incident happened about 30 minutes before Michigan announced his dismissal. Jail records show the 39-year-old was booked yesterday evening, but don't list charges or a court date just yet. Pittsfield Township Police, without naming Moore, said they responded to an alleged assault and took one person into custody. Now, Michigan's athletic director said that Moore was terminated after an internal investigation found, quote, credible evidence that he had an inappropriate relationship with a staff member, a clear violation of university policy. He added the school has zero tolerance for that kind of behavior. Now, police detained a person that is believed to be Moore just a few miles south of Ann Arbor in the town of Saline, and then turned him over to Pittsfield Township for further investigation. We still don't know what specific charges that Moore could face, and neither the departments of those police departments are saying much, citing the ongoing investigation. Again, we're still learning more and more details. Earlier this morning, we should have more from those police departments throughout the day today, Kelly, but Moore is coming off back-to-back winning seasons with the Wolverines. By the way, he would be owed $14 million of a contract buyout. However, since he was fired for cause, Michigan could be off the hook for nearly all of that money, Kelly. We'll certainly learn some more details today.
Yeah.
So as y'all can see, dog just dropped the whole bag on a piece of ass. Dropped the whole bag on a piece of ass. Now, before I show his arraignment, because now we finna find out what he was charged with. And this is my thing. Let me make my screen bigger, man. Fellas, man, we gotta have... Fellas, man, you gotta have discipline, bro. It's not worth it, bro. You got a wife, kids at home, and then the devil put that spirit of lust on you because you got all this money, 25 million, 14 million he was promised, and you lose it to lust. You feel what I'm saying? Like, dude, y'all got to understand. That's why it's important to know the word of God, man. It always goes back to the word of God. And I know by him going through this, 14 million, bro. And you losing your family. Hopefully his wife don't leave him, man. But you know that's about to be rocky. You just blew the bag, bro. It's like, why even get married, bro? It's like, why even have a whole family and turn around and do this, bro? Your whole legacy gone off a piece of ass. You got everybody doing that, bro. Kwame got messed up for that. You got some of everybody, bro. It's going down.
We're now calling case
they trying to get Trump
F1
saying that he got a piece of ass.
State of Michigan versus Jerome Banfield Moore.
Everybody, even Diddy.
Here it is.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good afternoon. Katie Rizmersky, First Assistant Prosecutor for the Special Victims Unit for the People.
And Your Honor, Joe Simon on behalf of Mr. Moore.
Dang,
Your
it's
charges.
sad to see him.
We waive formal reading of the complaint, Your Honor, stand mute to the charges.
Formal reading having been waived, plea new will be entered on your client's behalf. Simon, make your bond argument now or reserve?
Your Honor, I think the people want to make a presentation, and I'll go after that, if that's okay.
All right, Mr. Wisniewski.
Your Honor, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Mr. Simon. And thank you for the opportunity to be heard. As the court is well aware, this is not a series of offenses in Michigan that allow you to deny bond. We're certainly not asking for that. This is a felony of home invasion third degree, misdemeanor stalking, and misdemeanor entry without permission. Your Honor, we are asking.
Hold on, stalking and home invasion.
For a $25,000 cash or surety bond in light of the fact that we cannot ask for you to deny bond. I get that he is a man of means, and so this is a bit of a nominal monetary ask, but quite frankly, it would be an ask that I would make for any defendant charged with these offenses before you. So what strikes me as perhaps more important in this scenario are conditions that I would like to ask for, because of course, as you know, Your Honor, you're tasked with trying to make sure that he reappears, but also the safety of the public and this victim in particular. So, Judge, in addition to an ask for a $25,000 cash or surety, we are asking, should he post that? Should you impose that? We are asking that you order that he undergo a mental health evaluation. We are asking that you order him to submit to a GPS tether and that there be a no-go to this victim's residence or place of employment. Ask that you order that there be no contact with her whatsoever in any means, any fashion, direct or indirect, that there be no stalking behavior of any kind, that he be ordered to surrender any and all weapons, further that he be ordered to surrender his passport. Judge, the reason, Your Honor, the reason we make those requests is in light of the factual scenario that gives rise to these charges. My best understanding from a thorough review of the police report and as much body-worn camera as I've had an opportunity to review is that I understand that our victim broke up. They had an intimate relationship for a number of years, defendant and victim, that our victim broke up with this defendant on Monday morning early, that there continued to be defendant making numerous phone calls and sending numerous texts from that time moving forward that she did not answer, did not respond to, and did not want. That eventually she presented herself to the University of Michigan, cooperated in some form of investigation there. As we all now know, defendant was at some point on Wednesday afternoon fired from his employment. He then, at some point soon thereafter, came to her apartment in the address that is alleged in the complaint, barged his way into that apartment, immediately then proceeded to a kitchen drawer, grabbed several butter knives and a pair of kitchen scissors, and began to threaten his own life. I'm going to kill myself. I'm going to make you watch. My blood is on your hands. You ruined my life. And a series of very, very threatening, intimidating, terrifying, quite frankly, statements and behaviors there in that apartment. It was only then, Your Honor, when the victim, she called her attorney and then at some point indicated she was going to call the police, and then he left.
Dog. This man, he done did all that. And she done told Dr. Umar, you might be right on this case. Dr. Umar might be right on this case right here. But no, I ain't gonna say that because you know his wife is white. So color, I ain't gonna even play the color game. This is about just a moral game right here. You had a long affair with this woman. Obviously, she probably wanted you to leave your wife, and you didn't want to leave. So she finally broke it off. But the thing was, I wonder what happened to make her go to the school though. She went to the school and told, like, I wonder what made her do that. Because she knew she was taking your career down, but dog, you can't control. You shouldn't have did it in the first place. But when she told the school, you did 2 times worse, going of her house, barging in the door, grabbing knives, telling her your blood is on her hands, all this stuff, bro, because you got caught. You got caught, bro.
And so, Your Honor, while I understand that there isn't evidence to suggest that he directly.
He got to keep his wife. He got to keep her, bro. He got to keep her. She got to stay. She got to stay.
Threatened the victim with any of those implements that I've indicated. The totality of the behavior is highly threatening and highly intimidating. She was terrorized, Your Honor. And in light of the totality of all of those circumstances, we consider the defendant to be a risk to public safety, a risk to this victim. And it is for those reasons that we are asking for those specific conditions. I'm more than happy to answer any of the questions that the court may have or give you further information. I appreciate the opportunity.
Mr. Simon Escobar.
Your Honor, let me start at the end where the people ended. In terms of risk to public safety, my client's 39 years old with 0 prior criminal history, 0 prior contact with the criminal justice system in any fashion. The threat to public safety argument by these charges, maybe that's the point, but there's no evidence to suggest that he's a threat to public safety. The next thing is that the people referenced the court rule that I want to come back to, that you can't deny bond in a situation like this, and they referenced something else that I want to come back to, which is the fact that they reviewed thoroughly the police report, and they reviewed thoroughly the body cam. I've had none of that opportunity, and that's too early for that in the proceedings. So when people come in and make factual representations, although I trust Ms. Mirsky very much as an officer of the court, I have no ability to respond to those factual representations. So here's what I'm going to ask the court. The monetary bond component, the 2 considerations by court rule are, my client will appear. Let me speak to that. He's got a home. His family is here. He's got ties to our community. He's retained a local counsel here. Second thing is that my client is not otherwise a danger to the public or danger to the complainant. That is why monetary components are requested, but there are other measures to address them. For example, the request for a GPS tether, that was an expected request. My client will gladly comply with that request. The second thing is my client having no contact. Certainly, we have no objection to that order, and my client would be at his own peril if he were to violate that. His bond would be summarily revoked. In terms of surrendering the transport of passport, Your Honor, there's no really indication that he is a flight risk. My client has those established ties that I talked about. But in addition to that, Your Honor, he would have an order from the court, like everyone else does. There would be no leaving the state, let alone the country, without permission of the court, and he would certainly abide by that. Your Honor, with respect to the request for a mental health evaluation, I will represent a few things that are my understanding, again, without being privileged to have reviewed discovery. My understanding is that following his arrest, my client was taken to the St. Joseph Mercy Health System for an evaluation, a mental health evaluation. My understanding is following that evaluation, he was not turned over for a commitment, but instead turned back over to law enforcement for lodging. That's where he's been in Washington County Jail since. I can also tell the court that the Community Mental Health Department saw my client yesterday for an evaluation as well, without any further recommendation. If you make that a condition of bond, I can tell the court that he get a mental health evaluation, he will absolutely comply and follow any aftercare recommendation. Lastly, Your Honor, with respect to the bond amount. I just forgot to speak about weapons. He has no weapons, but he'll surrender. If you order that he surrender any weapons that he doesn't have, he'll be glad to comply with that condition. With respect to the bond amount, Your Honor, in a case like this, with charges like this, in a normal circumstance, we'd be requesting a personal recognizance bond and frankly expecting the court to order it. We all know this is not our ordinary circumstance. It's not an insignificant amount of money to anyone. And I ask that the court set the bond amount to the principles, not of my client's bank account, but to the principles of the charges and to the principles of the courtroom. Therefore, I'm requesting that if the court orders a monetary component at all, that it be with the $25,000 10% privilege. And also, Your Honor, if my client is to order to a GPS tether, things have to happen pretty significantly to try to get that in place in time for what we hope to use in this.
Mr. Moore, could you state your name, please?
Hey.
Sir, you are not to use alcohol, marijuana, or any other controlled substance that is not prescribed to you. You are not to possess or purchase a firearm or any other dangerous weapon. You are not to engage in criminal conduct of any kind whatsoever. You may not leave the state of Michigan without permission of the court. Prior to your release, you will be placed on a GPS tether.
Lost it all.
You will not be released before that GPS tether is placed upon you. You must continue all mental health treatment as
You
a
don't need no
condition
mental
of
health.
your bond.
He just got caught cheating.
The named victim in this case will not be placed on the record. You may not have contact with that individual. That means no calling, no writing, no video chatting, no texting, no emailing, or any other form of contact the human mind can possibly fathom. No one in the world thinks that this person is going to reach out to you. Should they do so, and again, no one thinks that they're going to.
He probably
You
gonna
may not
violate
reply
that.
in any form or
He
fashion.
like, I need to talk to her. I need some answers.
The named victim's address will not be placed on the record. You may not go to that location for any reason whatsoever. Are we understood on the no contact and no go-to, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you have any questions about that, you have a good attorney, simply ask them. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Bond will be set in the amount of $25,000 cash surety, as requested by the prosecution's office. This court does not determine innocence or guilt. This court determines flight risk and community safety. The court finds with these conditions in place, it has been met. Mr. Simon, we are setting probable cause conference at this time for January 8th due to the holidays and scheduling. Is that a good court date for you?
Your Honor, my client will waive his right to have that next court appearance within 14 days. I discussed that with him. I also tried to coordinate calendars with Mr. Smirsky. In support of that, I think we're both available on January 22nd. The court would order that. And I'll add one more thing for the record in support of that. I understand there is continuing investigation. So in addition to the discovery I don't yet have, there may be.
So it will be January 26th, 2020.
15, 22nd.
January 22nd.
So he got a bond, and I was told that he actually bonded out already. And my thing with this is, all jokes aside, I know I was cracking jokes probably in between, but no, this ain't really funny. And I just want to get serious before the end of this video. I'm gonna pray for this brother. We gotta pray for this brother, man, and just hope ain't none of us perfect out here. Ain't none of us perfect, man. We all have our own battles. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got a battle that they going through with something. And he was weak at that battle, obviously. And by being who he is, it was publicized. But it's people that's going through this in regular life that you don't even hear about. Lust is a problem. Watching porn is a problem. That's all people. It's a lot of men out here that battle these issues. The same way you got people that battle pedophiles and all this and that. So I'm not going to put this brother down because of the mistake that he made. So, you know what I'm saying? I just pray that him and his wife work it out, work through that. She shouldn't leave him. I don't think so. They got kids together. They got like 3 kids together, man. You know what? They go through counseling, whatever you got to do. Fix your family. And he gonna get back on his feet because obviously he a smart brother at the end of the day. He just made a dumb decision. The same thing Shannon Sharp did. The same thing Shaquille O'Neal did. The same thing Lamar Odom did. The same thing that P. Diddy did. The same thing that all these guys did. So I ain't gonna tell his brother character down. He made a mistake. And yes, it's bad. Excuse me. I think I'm coming down with something. I gotta give me some tea or something. I don't know. I think I gotta give me some tea or something. But let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. Like the channel, subscribe to my channel, man. You feel me? And let me know what y'all think about it, man. Let me know what y'all think. I'm out.